Has local law enforcement seen any issues within the LGBT community, people being fearful after the Orlando shooting?
I mean, that was just, less than 48 hours ago. So, I mean, we haven't seen an issue in Nampa City specifically. It's something obviously we're vigilant, and if we would have some sort of a hate crime or something like that, we would obviously make that a priority for our detectives to investigate. And but as of right now, we haven't seen an increase because of the Orlando thing at all.
Okay. On an unrelated, well, not really unrelated, the individual responsible for the shooting in Orlando was carrying an AR-15 assault rifle, which he legally bought. He was at one point on the FBI watch list. And I wanted to get your take as a police officer. What is your take on owning an AR-15 when you were previously on the FBI watch list?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know that he was on the watch list or anything like that. So, I mean, I can't speak specifically to that case. You would think there would be some sort of a red flag, and that you may be prohibited from possessing that. I don't know what that person's the situation was, why he was on the watch list. However, I don't personally have I think as long as people are responsible, they're law-abiding citizens. Of course, you can't tell who's going to be and who's not, but I think the government and the state has good process in place right now to background checks and stuff like that for the AR-15s. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I know the AR-15 has the stigma of being the assault rifle of choice, I guess, right now, but a couple years ago it was AK-47s and SKSs, and it's just the transform. I wouldn't stigmatize the AR-15 particularly. It just happened to be the weapon that this person used in that crime.
Okay. Something that Nampa PD can charge is felons in possession of illegal weapons.
Sure.
Do you often see that those weapons are stolen firearms?
I don't have those statistics on that, but obviously, again, I really can't quote on that. I would assume that a decent number of them are. Otherwise, there would be no way for them to get them. Maybe they had those guns, been passed on through the family. I don't know. Again, that's kind of a situational thing. But we have the Metro Task Force, the ATF we work closely with, and to trace weapons and to follow up on weapons. But I wouldn't, I don't have the quotes on or the statistics on that to let you know.
Okay. Any complaints referencing potential illegal weapons, specifically high-power ones, like the ones you referenced?
Any complaints? What do you mean?
Complaints, I suppose. An increase in law enforcement arrests based upon illegal weapons possession, or is it pretty?
No, it's pretty status quo. I wouldn't say there's been an increase or a decrease one way or the other with them. We're in Idaho. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have weapons and stuff, and we treat everybody that they do potentially have a weapon until we can prove otherwise. But again, I'm going to fall back that. Most of the people that have weapons. I mean, the Orlando thing was it was a horrible thing, but that's such a small percentage of the population, and that's what we're focusing on here, obviously in Idaho. But we have no reason to believe anything like that would happen here. But we always train for it just in case something like that unfortunate situation did happen here.
Do you personally, as a police officer, have an opinion about possessing those high-powered weapons?
Again, I think as long as a background check's done on them, people are trained and know how to use the weapon. Again, but I wouldn't stigmatize the AR-15. It's just any gun, at all. They went through hunter safety or whatever. They've been trained on how to do it. Again, people have the rights to bear arms, and as long as they're doing that in a lawful manner, I don't have a problem with it.